All right, welcome back to everyone. If you're just joining us, I'm trying to go around the whole circle here in one swift motion. We just got a blue baby win. It was good. Really no problem there. And now we're on to Eve. So this is fun. That's right. We had a Soul of Eden, a Soul of Eden on the last floor. So that's last run. So that's cool. That is real cool. That means basically we got a free item, and it was metal plate. For those who, like me, don't really memorize all of the items, especially in like metal plate. I mean, that is just such a, it's such a nondescript item. What I believe it does is, pinking shears. I love pinking shears. There's a lot to talk about. So this run is going to be unedited. If you're just joining me now, I think I'm gonna start doing every other. So Eve is edited. I don't remember who's after Eve. I usually am pretty good about that, honestly, because I remembered Eve came after Blue Baby, which I was actually impressed I was right. I'm trying to think. Is it? It's a character from the original, because I don't think Eve was the final character. Could be Samson. We have not played Samson yet. It could very well be Samson. Ooh. There's a lot to unpack here, but metal plate will give me, I think, a 25% chance to avoid taking a hit. I don't know if it's just straight by projectile or if it's from any damage at all, including contact damage. So Blighted Ovum, huh? Oh boy. Blighted Ovum, I think I saw recently, a recent run, I should say. And we do a lot of damage right now because we start with Whore of Babylon, which is a really, really good item. And wow, I was going to use my bomb in here to break that Tinted Rock, but because the trapdoor spawned, it actually broke it for me. Now, I didn't use Pinking Shears intentionally. Blighted Ovum does not have a whole lot of HP, so I knew I was going to be fine. What it does allow me to do is take this black card, which I'll absolutely do. And I'm gonna leverage here. We got a lot of HP, and boom, boom, and we've seen all there is to see, and we're rocking and rolling. I do wish I could hold on to Le Resable, but I'm not actually interested, to be honest. It's really good because it induces Whore of Babylon, so that speed and damage up that we are just absolutely loving to see. That comes from the Whore of Babylon item that Eve starts with. So she usually starts with just 2 red hearts, which means it's not always like a slam dunk pick to just immediately chop up and get into that state, that flow state, that high damage position. But because we started with a Spirit Heart, it didn't feel as risque. So that's kind of where that one. That's that decision where that ended for me. And so what else about Eve? I do like Deadbird. I honestly really truly do. Especially with an item like the Blade of Razor. And I gotta tell you, okay, I saw something move on OBS, and whenever that happens, it usually is, well, what it had happened before was it was an encoding overload. I've gotten that warning before, and Conehead. To my understanding, this and Metal Plate do about the exact same thing, so that's funny. We got 2 items that essentially do the exact same thing. I mean, I'm gonna screw that up. Yeah. Ugh. There's a Tinted Rock there. Small Rock is a damage and tears up, and because we have such a nice speed with Whore of Babylon currently active, why not, right? Yeah, we're gonna do this. This is, so Pinking Shears is, I have yet to actually touch on it, is an absolutely stellar item for most of the run. And it used to be a boss killer, a known boss killer, and that's, items that are 6-room charges, you usually don't have the luxury of choice. Okay, buddy, you relax. Whoa, now, okay, you calm down. I don't know if he can hit me with chests, but he was about to. And with Pinking Shears now being a 4-room charge, is actually incredibly lucrative. Very solid item. Got incredibly good with that with that cooldown and ability. I honestly truly believe. So I feel very good to have that, and I personally do really like playing arcades for blood bags and you know, just money in general. I really do enjoy that play. I think it's a good play, and it's a shame we don't have bombs because I feel like that's kind of what we're missing out on right now. But you gotta take what the game gives you. I think the secret room is right here also, to be fair. So we've got Ragman. I'm happy to use our pinking shears here, and just look at the damage. I mean, it's fast. It's very efficient. You gotta love it. I mean, you do. You don't have to, but you do. Yeah, so Blue Cap's fine. Blue Cap's real good. The problem is it heals me, which doesn't sound like a problem, but it actually is. Oh. I just... Okay. I'm still dancing. Oh, no. Okay, it's still going. Woof. I don't know. Okay, we'll roll with Abyss. It's definitely the more boring pick, and I will give you full marks for claiming that. I think whoever says that is completely right. I just had Abyss, and I truly don't understand how it's a 4 quality item. Truly, that goes beyond my pay grade for sure. But we picked it up because I was going to pick it up no matter what. And the correct play is to do that knowing you're going to get an HP up from Blue Cap. If it was just a regular HP up, maybe I don't take it at all. But Blue Cap gives me tears. And, you know, at this point, going into caves, you'd like to see at least 1 tears up. You know, it's just, that's the natural progression of the game. You want to be stronger. That's how she rolls. So, all in all, a good floor. It's funny to be like, you know, this is almost a case study for characters in general. Like, Eve is definitely in her own boat, right? Because if you look at the quality of items, we really have gotten no dead ringers. Secret room's right there, by the way. You're not going to convince me otherwise. We haven't gotten too many dead ringers just yet. Nothing like, oh my gosh, this is crazy good. I mean, you could make the case for Abyss. We'll see. I fully expect that to be rather low stakes. I just don't understand how it's a quality 4 item. I really do not. I think that is so not deserved. Maybe we'll see. I mean, really, yeah. Just it goes beyond me. That's for sure. But getting back into like the whole, this is a character that absolutely feels different from the start. And it's not even it's not some gimmick. It's not, you know, can only do Spirit Hearts. It's not, you know, has no way. It is just straight up. You gave her an item that you can play around very early, and not only that, but you start by giving her a spacebar item that allows her to play with that item. So a very early on synergy with a very good item. And the fun part about Eve is, as I'd mentioned, you don't start the whole lot of HP, so it's a decision, right? It is you're inducing low HP, a low survivability. It's probably smartest just to turn that into a fly. I don't see how... I feel confident enough, and where I'm really going with this is Eve is actually a very good character to kind of weather the storm in early floors, such as this one. You know, like, if you don't get damage ups with other characters, you'll that'll catch up to you. You will notice Eve has a very wonderful item to start with. That, oh, nice. So that we know that small rock. That's awesome. I will happily take small rock. We know that you know, Eve's got packing the heat. So yeah, I just want to give Eve credit, because honestly, while playing it right now, I'm like, you know what, this you really do feel like a unique character. Oh, Secret Room could be in 2 places here. Okay, you might be able to convince me otherwise on that other one. Perhaps I spoke too soon. Which wouldn't be the first time, and it absolutely will not be the last. So, yeah, if you're taking bets. So yes, none of the pills are the same. There's no real reason for me to take pills either. Like, if you only have the opportunity to make your run worse, you're really not doing yourself any favors. Is truly kind of, it's not the only way. It's not the only way to look at it, but like, you know, taking a random pill when you're doing just fine, is just a bad thing to do. This could be HP, so that's why you fly that. Typically, boss items are a stronger pool. I think, honestly, it's a pretty... I don't think that has to be argued too much. I think that's generally pretty well accepted. That the boss pool, you're more likely to get just a straight damage, a tears, HP, speed, an actual stat up, a tangible stat up. And, you know, that's not the case for item rooms. So you out there... Oh, here's the seed. I've seemed to be kind of getting out of the habit of showing the seed right away. But then again, it's not really like an Eden streak where I, you know... Anyway. What was I even going to say? Oh, yes. So you absolutely could make a case for taking that boss room item. It's not going to be... The reason you really don't take blind items in item rooms, you should not, if you are not in the mood for tomfoolery, is because the chance that there's an item that actually backfires and is inhibitory is real. It's a real percentage chance. It's not zero. In the boss rooms, it is essentially zero. I'll take a chance. Jumper cables, a very good item. I don't know if it's that good with Abyss, considering... Well, you know what? Abyss did just fine on this floor, didn't it? We got 2 flies. Got to turn something out of our question mark items. I absolutely would have picked them up without Abyss, so do as I say on that one. Don't wait for me to make that mistake live on MTV, because I absolutely will. Ooh, that's very tempting, and we're going to hold on to that. Pay to win. It's the gold variant, which means nothing for that one, but trinkets that are gold usually have enhanced effects. So... if it's a % chance, it's a higher % chance. If it's, you know, damage, it's more damage. Stuff like that. If it's stat ups, it's just higher stat ups, higher range. Yeah. Woo! Oh, yeah, speaking of, funny, that reminds me of Woohoo Big Summer Blowout is really where I'm coming from here. We're going to use the world card now. And Le Scooper. Completely unhelpful. And honestly, oh, we got an arcade though. That's cool. What I'm thinking of is Woohoo Big Summer Blowout from Frozen. So for most of us who are familiar, Frozen is, I mean, it was the movie for a long time. Everyone in my age has seen that movie, and if they're not, I would seriously doubt that. I would fact check that. And I'd fact check that heavily. But my fiance's mother had actually never seen the movie. So it was just on TV. Like, we were watching TV, me and her, and it was just on. And she was like, I'd never seen this. So we watched the whole thing, and it's a good movie. And I completely forgot really how, like, it might be one of the earlier movies this, you know, in our time where, you know, the handsome guy is the villain. You know, that was an actual surprise. Like, I remember when I first watched the movie, that was a surprise for me too. And when we got to that point, I'd completely forgot, you know, like, that's going to happen, the betrayal. And if anyone's out there who's really concerned about spoilers, I would be surprised that would, you know, there's no, come on, get real. I think it's Hans. Or is Hans the good guy? Sven? No. It's the details are already getting murky. But it's just fun to be like, her reaction to that was like, you know, she's probably in that era where she's seen like Snow White and stuff, Sleeping Beauty, all of those movies where, you know, the handsome young guy is like he's gonna save her. So like, and they lead up to that in the whole movie too, right? Like, she gets hit by Elsa again, and then they're like, well, true love, act of true love, and then it's you know, we gotta get her back to the castle for her true love. And it was just a total, I loved that. I loved remembering that, how surprising that was. So yeah, that was a movie I just watched recently, and if it honestly goes by pretty quick. I thought it was gonna it did not feel very long of a movie. So if somebody out there is thinking, you know, with 38 cents, it's probably at this point better to have pay to win. With only 2 shops left, one of them being greed. I'm thinking we don't need more money. But yeah, so that's my little quick rendition of Frozen. We had a good time. We missed like the first 10 minutes of like where they actually explain like what Elsa is. She's like, she doesn't really know her powers and stuff. This is the second secret room. It's just, I don't want to waste bombs if it's not. We don't, yeah, I mean, it doesn't take Horror Babylon out. I'm careful to use our bombs right now because we just finally got in a spot where we have more than like, wait, what? What was that, dude? That is not what you do. That is such BS. What the hell was that? He's supposed to flip the other way. Ugh. Neither of these are. Kami and Conception's too risky at 3 Spirit Hearts. That's just a terrible deal. And I might have taken it if Bombino, dude. He's the worst. He's flat out the worst. I hate him. I hate him. I'll be the first to tell you when I feel like damage is not necessarily... Like, that was not skill issue damage. He just didn't follow his actual attack. I've seen that attack. I know what he's supposed to do. And for some reason, his focus got broken. Oh, well. I guess the show goes on. We need to look towards the future. And the future's telling me, dog, you gotta fix your HP. And I gotta say, to the future, I am trying, man. This is... Oh, God. No. That's a tricky room. What's in here? The Bean. The Bean. Mr. Bean. Let's go. We're gonna roll. Cursed Eye. Also a banger. Fate's Reward. And 8-inch nails. There you go. So 8-inch nails is very solid damage up in its own right. We're gonna roll with it. It's a quality 3 item, which is actually kind of a shock because it really is just a damage up. But I trust it. Trust it enough. The knockback is plenty noticeable, so that's good. And we got a Spirit Heart from a fire. Wow. Okay, low odds to get that. But it's a time to lock in here. It's not that I think we're out of control, but I would love to see more than 5 HP in depths. A few of these runs recently have been like this, where there's just nothing. And we got a few. I mean, we actually did get a Tinted Rock, double Tinted Rock on a floor. They never actually paid out, though. That's the thing. Yeah, okay, so there you go. There's the greed that I had promised. I told you he'd be here. I had said that. Everyone heard me, okay? No one act like I did not exactly predict this event. I know the game, okay? The game is just too predictable sometimes. Absolutely one of those times. Oh. Alright. Now, what's on the agenda otherwise than that? Well, not a whole lot. I started working 4 10s. Summer hours at my current job is really what drove that, so that's cool. I've never really been a part of like a summer hours. You know, I worked construction for pretty much most of my jobs have been construction, but that's, you know, there's no such thing as summer hours. So, oh my, this is gonna be tricky. We're gonna use our E little card here and see if we can avoid capture. We're gonna try to take out the Ragman first. They're low HP guys, I guess, at this point, but okay, that was a little worrisome. I won't be lying to you. And whoa, okay, what do we got? The Le Joker, Ace of Spades, very good card, and Reverse Death, get the bones. We definitely, we're gonna Joker card. We don't have a whole lot of HP. Woof. Okay, there's a correct play. There's absolutely a correct play. Oh! Whoa! Whoa. Okay, that was scary. All right, what do we gotta do? What happens? I think you take this first. You take this, and then you take this. And now we have 2 black hearts instead of 1. And we just got a ton of help on the offensive side of the football here. So that's awesome. Nothing to complain about at all. Maybe... no. Ace of spades. All right, so now it's just a question of HP. We now we really do have a glaring issue on HP, although it's only marginally worse than what it just was. So... Oh, hello. Champion Bell would be an excellent little addition. At some point, you gotta wait for to see what the shop is before I fully commit to that, and you know, we only got 1 more. It's hopefully not greed. I think it can be though, right? Because we saw greed, then ultra greed, and I'm not entirely confident on if or not you're excluded from facing greed again on this floor. It could very well be the case, and that's a very good room to use Ace of Spades. I feel very good about that. We got 8 keys. Yes, sir. So we went from 1 to 9. That is about as good as I could ask for. And there's this crack skull. We actually are on pace for a boss rush attempt. I mean, we're behind. We're a little bit behind, marginally behind, but not by much. I don't know if we could get through Mom quick enough is like the other caveat to that. Akadama, no. Dirty Mind, honestly, is not bad at all. Mom's Eye, it could be unhelpful at times. Samson's Chain, also not very coveted. And Belly Button, I'd rather have a fly, I think. I would rather have a fly. So, if you see Belly Button on like Basement 1, it's probably more tempting to want to hold on to pay to win. But with this being the last floor, pay to win is actually valuable. Holding onto it and another trinket is just pointless. Like, if I have 1 trinket slot or 2, really only 1 is actually doing anything for me. And how likely is it that I'm going to find 2 trinkets at this point in a run that are actually high impact players? It's low. So I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with Belly Button. So if people out there are Belly Button lovers, I get it. It's a solid item. It has its place. But on this run, it certainly doesn't. I'd rather have the fly. And we gotta start making some tough moves. What I need is a Spirit Heart on the ground. This is true. So what do we get from that deal with the devil other than just a whole lot of worry? It's a good question. Ah! Okay. So there we go. There's something. So why did I want a Spirit Heart? Well, I wanted a Spirit Heart because I'm willing to put myself at 1 HP. Ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo. That's good. That's real good, actually. That's gonna be a red heart. Can we survive to the next floor with it? That's an HP. So excellent. Yeah, I'm at 2 black hearts right now. The way I picked up Pact, Marked, and Lusty Blood was actually, I think I actually did it correctly. Sometimes you can get lost in the details because items. I knew I could afford all 3 because 2 of those items give you HP back. So all you really need is at least half of a heart to be eligible for something like that. So I already knew that going into it, and I remembered that the Pact gives 2 Spirit Hearts and the Marked only gives 1, which is why you pick up the Mark last. Hive Mind, I think actually works with these flies. I would absolutely be willing to bet. I think it did. And that's kind of solid if that's how it works. 72% deal with the devil is definitely not 0. Gotta remember we Joker carded to get our deal with the devil on the last floor, which is why we still have such a high % chance now. Because we did miss it on the last floor. That's where that's coming from. And Secret Room or Second Secret Room is definitely next to this room. I'm not sure which. With only 1 bomb, I really should do my homework. It could very well be the Secret Room. Okay, what do we got? Temperance, 2 of clubs, and strength. Fun. Alright, so we know our HP. It's not good, but we can do a few things with it on this floor. Boom. So now we're at 1 black heart. Do not fear. I am here. And we got Squeezy. So, you know, it's going to give us HP. We're going to full card out of here. I have no intention of fighting that garbage. That hot, hot garbage. And now we've got more HP by the second. And life is good. And we're going to go back. We're going to try and get champion belt. I mean, I've already paid an arm and a leg for this thing, so nice. What is behind it? D4. It's... Oh. And... Oh! Oh! Oh my god! That's actually really good. That is... Oh, wait. We're already at the max tier cap. I had no idea. Okay, well. At this point, I think it would have been fair to say I should have voided all three. I should have abyssed all three. I knew that damage up was going to be small. Because we've already gotten so many damage ups to this point, and it's not a multiplier, it's just an additive damage. I think, honestly, I should have probably abyssed all three of those items. But I didn't, and we're not gonna, you know, we're not cooked because I didn't, okay? We're not, it's not Jover, per se. And we got Polar. We missed our deal with the devil at 72% chance. That's, you know, actually, it's funny because we got the 1/4 odds first try 2 in a row. And that's way lower chance of happening than missing a 72% chance deal with the devil. So you got to take the good RNG with the bad. But yeah, this is a very quick run. I mean, it's textbook Isaac. You get a few good items that have a personality to them. Whore of Babylon, 8-inch nails, Lusty Blood. I don't even really know if I got to talk about Lusty Blood in full credit where credit is due moment. Lusty Blood is just phenomenal. It is a massive damage up the more enemies you kill in a room. Most enemies at this point in the run do spawn rather frequently, and most bosses are usually not single target bosses. So, you know, especially for It Lives, you know, that's a, I mean, what do you call it? That's a, there's a word for it. That's a, I don't know. Basically where you have a wave boss, basically, like you have to kill waves of enemies. And so there's a lot of enemies to be spawned. There's a lot of enemies to be killed. And look at our damage now, 13.46. Matriarch exponent the same. Wire coat hanger. Oh man, we maxed out our tiers so fast. I actually wonder how that's possible. I really do. We'll take the bone heart because it being empty doesn't hurt me. Lord of the Pit is flight. And Leviathan, which is 2 black hearts. Okay. That's probably good enough with the speed. I'll take false PhD to make a point. I think false PhD is a great item. And you know, I don't know how much. I wish we had it at the start of the run because there was a lot of pills on this run. But you know, if you come across like a paralysis pill, guys, like that's a Blackheart printer. So we're holding off. Maybe something good happens. I don't know. I knew it gave me Blackheart upon pickup, so you know, I wasn't out of HP by taking it. Although we're still at 5, which again, it's not a solid amount. It really isn't. Oh, Crystal Key is fun though. That's a really good trinket. So I'm happy to see that. Range down. We don't have a whole lot of range, so I might not actually do that. The damage ups are going to be small from the pills. So really what I'm looking for is like an I'm excited pill or just something that gives me black hearts. That's really the only reason I picked it up at all. So I'm hoping I get a chance to show off a little bit the wonders of bad PhD, although as I'd said, it's pretty late in the run for it. It's certainly possible nothing happens. But how are you guys doing today? Oh yes, my final train of thought on that one. So I work now 4:10, so it's a Friday for me, baby. It's a Friday and I'm not working. So that's pretty fun. Honestly, 4:10s is kind of the move. I'm not going to lie to you. Like, we had a choice. All of us got to choose between either doing 4:10s or 4:9s and a half day Friday. And I'm like, dude, that is so So where I work currently is an hour away drive, which I don't know if I've said, but you know, now you know. It's an hour away from me, and so I'm like, dude, if I don't work Friday, I can save 2 hours of driving a week. It's 100 miles. It's 100 miles of driving a day. It's 50 miles away, so it's kind of far. But that's just because that's where I'm living right now, not because I was. It hasn't always been that way. I actually don't have any interest in going to Hush, to be honest. I just don't feel confident with our HP. And then also I learned, remember the last time we went down there and I didn't have keys? I don't have money. Like, I don't have really anything to make the down Hush area too wonderful. Although, that being said, I do have the Abyss, so I could have gotten a couple flies. What a toss from that Ghost Potter. What did I call them? Potheads? No, what were they? I don't remember. So yeah, that little bit about me is, yeah, I'm working 410s. It's awesome. And Friday's my day. So I'm recording a run of Isaac. And yeah, still don't have internet. But I will make a serious effort at it soon. You know, so hang in there for all the people who have already seen. I think by this point there should be several videos out by now. But it's... so yeah, I've hesitated to talk about it because, you know, for you guys it's like, if you're seeing this video, that problem has already been absolved. So, like, you know, I don't really want to harp on something that has also been fixed because this is not going to be the first video that comes out. So it's like, well, you know, you definitely all are caught up. Anyway, maybe I'm overthinking it. I'm definitely overthinking it. Who am I kidding? But I'm looking forward to seeing you guys again, to interacting. I'm looking forward to just being able to edit videos, you know, have fun with YouTube. So I'm excited for the days to come. I hope you guys are as well. And, whoa, I don't, oh, okay, I'm so silly. You know what has made a massive difference on this run? A metal plate and conehead combo. I have been directly hit several times, and somehow I'd convinced myself I had an orbital that was just blocking. But looking at it, I definitely do not have any orbital that's actually blocking shots. So I've been hit a lot of times on this run. I got negated damage, and that is purely because of those two items we started with, basically. So yeah, I want to give credit to those. Credit where credit is due. That's what I want to say. That is what I want to say. Crystal Lost here. Oh, Quince is fun. Honestly, it's fun enough to take. I really do like Quince. Crystal Lost sucks a little bit, but also, like, okay, these all need to be flies. But it's not the worst thing in the world. I mean, I didn't have mapping to begin with, so it's not like it was a huge loss. It's just now I can't, like, actively see. Whoa! I can't actively see what's going on in the big pick. Like, oh my gosh, I'm hitting them with absolutely the dirtiest of dangles. And Crystal Key kind of had this fun thing there for the past 2 floors where it would drop a key room, and I got like a fast track to the boss. So we're actually making really good time, and that's just Eve. That's Eve. When I first started playing the game, okay, we can pull invincibility means we can get all 3. You are absolutely worth it. The other 2 can be flies all day, every day. X-ray vision is awesome for, you know, the 2 secret rooms we have it for. Oh my. Woo! Woo! Poker chip. Actually completely unhelpful here. Hey, I remember you. You were in my shop. And so Crystal Key usually a very... if it was gold, so I believe you have more chances at opening random red rooms. If it's a gold Crystal Key, you know, to kind of full circle that whole gold trinkets thought. So I think it did wonderful for us. It was actually a very good utility trinket. Like, it wasn't even just like a randomness. It was like it actually got us to the boss a lot quicker 2 floors in a row. So that was pretty awesome. And I'm going to stop going into red rooms. There's really no good reason to be in there at the current moment in time. So wait. We got 2 greeds. We got 2 gluttonies. We got 2 sloths. There's a double lustrum out there, I'm pretty sure. And this is Ace of Clubs, okay. So you can't use Ace of Clubs on bosses. Of all the places to get hit, you know. Okay, here we go. So, boom. I'm excited. Absolutely worth it. Tears down when we're at the cap is worth it. A luck down is just the biggest who cares on planet Earth, to be completely frank. Okay, we have a chance here to not take damage, to fix our mistakes. I plan to avenge my former self. And you can kind of cheese out. I'm excited. I think it's a minute later it affects you. Or is it on the minute mark? Who knows? I don't. Okay, here we go. Imagine if you could play the... Oh, I think there actually is a challenge that is I'm excited all the time, right? Is that... Am I correct in that? I think, if I remember correctly, I haven't done the challenges in so long. Because it's not really... They're not really that replayable, honestly. Some of them are just absolutely the worst. Not like Suicide King or whatever, the one where you got... And that was when the game came out. That was like the worst one. And then there was the new ones where it's like April Fools. And it's just like every item's not what it says. Every boss is just garbage. Yeah. Not my cup of tea, to say the least. And where would I give credit to this run? Honestly, just the character of Eve in general. I mean, we got Abyss. I don't truly believe this item carried me in any meaningful way. I honestly do struggle to call it a tier 4 item. It's a low tier 4 item. There's a seed one more time. Thank you all very much for watching. That was Eve, and that's one more win in the books. Love to see it, and I'll see you all for the next one.